John addresses Opie. Apparently, Opie posted a video on Twitter this week, and John was not happy about it.
But he's not going to do the whole entire show about me. Shitway's got nothing else. Lady K's got nothing else. They don't even talk about Opie anymore because nobody gives a fuck about Opie. Sorry, Opster. But if you're going to start promoting fucking Artie Lang, fucking trashing me, well, then I don't give a fuck about you. And you don't come on my show when I ask. Fuck off, Opie. I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. Go ahead. Add your list. Go ahead. Put your name on the list of my enemies because I don't like you.
Put your name on the list of my enemies.
And write it 100 times.
What an idiot.
I'm just glad we finally got a stutter for once.
Yeah, I know. He actually stuttered for a second there. But only because he doesn't know what he's going to say.
It's more like a stammer.
Yeah. It's just stupid. Got a stutter. He's just dumb.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was the funniest line ever. Put your name on the list of my enemies. Yeah. And it started off with, he put out this tweet, and he doesn't even come on my show.
Yeah.
So he goes on. He's not happy with Opie. And he thinks he knows why Opie posted this video. He's got it all figured out. You know, you can't beat this, John likes to say. He's a Mensa guy. He gets it. He knows what he's doing.
And then today, hey, here's a clip. Artie Lang fucking takes a hilarious shot at Stuttering John. Really, Upster? Have I not been in your corner this whole time? Have I not been one of your biggest supporters this whole time? And you decide to take a shot at me? Why? Oh, you want to get in on the Dabbleverse? Oh, you see there's money to be made. You already own a house in the fucking Hamptons on the beach. What more do you want? A nice place on the west side of Manhattan. You've made it. But then you attack me too?
So John thinks that Opie, because of this tweet he put out, is trying to enter to the Dabbleverse for all the riches that it brings you.
I know. Meanwhile, there's a 99-cent thing sitting on the screen.
Opie's watching this and being like, holy shit, I can make that kind of money? All right.
25 pesos. I'm in.
Fuck these Facebook stars. Jesus.
So let me show you the tweet that he's responding to. Opie just wrote, Howard Stern, best ever, says Artie Lang, but also takes hilarious shot at Stuttering John. So John just saw this and went, oh, Opie's turned on me. He's one of them. Oh, let me point out too. So this is from yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I grabbed this just now before the show. It's got 8 likes. Opie puts out tweets with Artie Lang and video links, and he's tagging Stuttering John and gets 8 likes.
And one of them's Doggy.
Yeah.
The fuck's he doing?
Farting in the mosh pit of the internet.
Yes. All right. So let's watch this video. This is what he's talking about. And what Artie's talking about is the fact that Howard went to that game show, America's Got Talent. All right. So he's talking about that.
It was when Howard was on America's Got Talent as a judge, sitting next to Heidi fucking dickhead Nazi Klum.
Yeah.
She's judging comedians. A stuttering comic. Howard told a stuttering comedian that he was an unfunny stuttering comedian.
Yeah.
That he was inspirational. Stuttering John was almost suicidal after those shows. He couldn't open his mouth without friend. He almost hung himself 3 times. Inspirational. What the fuck? How is he pulling this off?
So, did it sound like Artie was trashing Stuttering John just now? Is that what you would have gotten from that clip? He was talking about how there was the stuttering comedian that Howard was praising.
He was recounting Howard trashing Stuttering John.
Right. So then Opie responds to this whole thing. And it's funny because we just reviewed how Opie was very thin-skinned with Louis J. Gomez. Oh, yeah. And just a little tweet out of nowhere, and Opie fucking flew off the handle and overreacted like a motherfucker. So now it's Opie's turn to explain to John that he's overreacting. Hey, Stuttering John, is it your goal to have a problem with everybody? You probably should have clicked on the video. How did you get Artie trashing you out of this clip? He was actually doing the opposite and supporting you against Howard. Delusional.
Wow. Opie breaking it down, being the voice of reason.
But this is the thing with all these retards. they just see their name in a tweet. And they go, oh, no, this guy's trashing me and that guy's trashing me.
Instead of just being happy that anybody is
Remembers
that
their
you're
name.
on anyone's radar at all.
Yeah, the fact that Opie tagged him meant he wanted him to see that. He wasn't trying to start a feud with Stuttering John, but John is way too stupid.
John is
He thinks everyone's out to get him.
permanently wound up.
Yeah.
He's just ready to go.
Yeah, Tookie, did you watch his show from yesterday?
Oh, yes. Yes, I did, Carl.
He was more wound up than usual, but performative. You could tell he's putting it on now. He thinks this is what makes him entertaining. He thinks that this is what makes him charismatic. It's why we're all tuning in.
Was yesterday the show with Vince?
No, So yesterday he did another show where he's very upset with everybody. The day before that was the show with Vince, and I didn't really pull a lot of clips from that because I feel like, and even though it's 2 days ago, a lot of people have already talked about that, and a lot of the clips have already gotten out there. But what was your takeaway from that show, Tookie?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, he was very sure of himself during that show because he likes having Vince around. These guys, as we have always said, as long as they have a friend around, they feel very confident. They like to have a friend in their corner.
Especially a guy like John. John's a narcissist, and he needs to have whoever's on with him agreeing with him or he kicks them off. And so Vince, the attorney, understands that. And so while he's on there, he's mostly just agreeing with John the whole time and going along with it because that's how you're going to get the most out of Stuttering John.
And there's just so much going on that I really did not remember if yesterday was the Vince episode. But you're right. There was another episode.
There was another episode. In this episode, he's all fired up to the point where he thinks he's going to have a heart attack. He's worried about his own health. I don't know how long he is for this world, the way he's acting, but don't worry. He's got some medicine there that he takes.
All right. Now, there's a lot of things I have to calm down. I almost had a fucking heart attack. I swear to God. That's how angry I am. I drank a double shot or a triple shot of that Starbucks fucking white chocolate drink.
So it sounds like it's caffeine and not anger. Okay.
He's already off the Slim Fast.
Yeah, right.
He's like Jesse Spano. He's going to overdose on caffeine.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
So scared.
Showing his age again, I have to say, this Tookie character.
Shut up.
Thought he was only a year old.
Shut up.
My heart is racing. Hold on.
Have a Red Bull.
Oh, there's my amlodipine. This is my blood pressure. Hold on. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. Drink.
Slipped out.
Hey, let's drink this.
With a
Wash that
beer.
down with a
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a fucking heart attack right here.
It's not like alcohol affects your blood
Joey
pressure
C.
in any way. Good. All right.
all better now. Yep. We just take this pill with my beer and all better. Very good.
Where was I? Joey C's an idiot.
Yeah, I know. I love the way he segues from that too. It's fantastic. So this is John says he keeps threatening he's going to leave the internet. In fact, he was even saying on the show, he's been auditioning. He talked to his manager. An audition went really well. He might have something going on. He might leave the internet and leave us all high and dry. Because God knows, if John leaves tomorrow, the Tookie puppet is getting burnt out in the streets. Cardiff retires the potato. Yeah,
The streets.
we're making French fries out of Cardiff. It's all over. when John leaves. But some people are saying that there's a lot of content that John's been putting out that we could always go back and review. John explains, well, you can't because it's old content.
It's behind my paywall.
Well, no, he's just saying it's old in this clip. But then he remembers, and this is something I don't play a lot of clips on this show, but a lot of his show these days is him watching himself on the Howard Stern show. So he kind of fucks up what he's doing.
DJ Q, you go away. Everyone will share plenty of content. Years and years of content. Good, good, good. Because old content gets old. You know? Unless it's, of course, something like the Howard Stern show and something with me, on the Howard show. Yeah, then it becomes, then it's fucking genius.
You know what? I do know.
You know. So I love that he caught himself realizing that what he's saying right now kind of fucks up his own show format. So there is some content that never gets old, and that is busting on Baba Booey's teeth.
Oh, God.
Will be funny for decades to come. Everyone will be laughing about that, especially Vince the lawyer's kids. They can't get enough of busting on Baba Booey's teeth. They think it's the funniest thing in the world. All right. So let's get into apparently Cardiff sent an email threatening John, and John's threatening Cardiff. These two, I mean, I sent a link to Cardiff too. If he shows up, we'll get him to join the show and put in his 2 cents. But John and Cardiff right now are really going at it. There's a lot of problems going on.
Oh, that reminds me. Hey, Potato, if you keep threatening people on YouTube, I had a whole chat with YouTube today. I said, this guy is posting all my YouTube members and threatening them. I said, what should I do? They said, if it continues, keep on keeping track.
Keep on keeping on.
It's literally a blow off. I doubt he talked to anyone at YouTube, but if he did, they're just like, okay, Mr. Melendez, yep, no, I hear you. Well, keep checking in on it and let us know if it keeps going.
Yeah, we got Karen on line 3 again.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Karen.
Stay the course.
It was just the little stupid support chat with somebody from overseas.
Yeah, it's probably a bot. It's just going.
And then send us the links to each one, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do. So fuck you, Cardiff. You don't start threatening. It's against the TOS. You don't start threatening my fucking members. You got it? Capiche?
I knew it was coming.
Understand? Dumb fuck.
Everything about except that last part. Cat peach.
I know where you work.
So he's
No, you don't.
upset with Cardiff for threats, and then he starts singing a song about "I know where you work." That seems
but
like a
that's not a
threat,
threat.
right?
No, that's not a threat. He's just saying that in a malicious kind of cryptic way.
Yeah.
Like when he says, I know where you live. I know where you live.
Hey, Tookie, I know your name. I know where you live. I'm not doxing anyone. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just threatening people nonstop. What's the problem?
He's such a cunt.
He really is just the worst now. Also, that thing he does, I don't know why I Know Where You Work is a song. I've never heard that song before. But he's doing that thing.
I know where you work. I'm gonna dox you every day.
But he's doing that thing with his fingers, like someone who's never played guitar would do.
Yes.
They're pretending to play guitar. He's just moving his fingers back and forth.
Playing one of those Indian guitars.
Yeah, sitar.
Sitar.
All right.
Yeah.
So you just heard that he claims that Cardiff is threatening his members. At the same time, John is obviously threatening Cardiff, and Cardiff is here. Cardiff, welcome to the show, buddy.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi.
All right. You came at the
I
exact
just put in the
right
private
time.
chat my response to John, if you want.
Oh, I have that.
Because I show the threat that he claims I threatened.
that's my next video I was about to play. So this
Okay,
works
good.
out perfectly because Cardiff posted this today, and John is claiming that Cardiff emailed him threatening John. And the email is about removing the strike on Tookie's channel. We all want John
Well,
to
I didn't say that much.
Well, right.
I didn't even say that much in my
shit.
email.
No shit.
I don't even care about that.
But no, this is great because we're going to watch John lie in real time. And Cardiff does a brilliant job of breaking this down in this video that he made.
This is the problem with you guys. Cardiff Electric emailed me threatening me today. Do you understand that? Threatening me.
Okay. So Cardiff Electric threatened John. We all understand that?
With a good time.
Hold on.
Okay. I'll show you it
Yeah, please
if
do.
you don't believe me.
I don't believe you. Show it.
He threatened me.
Well, it's not showing it.
So then I do this. So there's
So-
the action.
So now Cardiff shows what the actual email exchange was with John that he's talking about. The subject line is remove the strikes and there is no body. That's it.
That's all I sent him.
That's all you said. It was just an email that says remove the strikes. And what does John send back to you? A new one is coming for your show. My family is off limits, dickhead. So it sounds to me like the only threats that are happening here are the wave went from John to Cardiff. But okay, let's see
I
how.
even had the decency to block out his email on my video.
I know. Let's see how John.
Now, Newton's third law of motion, for every action
Yeah.
comes an equal and negative reaction.
That's not negative. It's opposite. It's an opposite reaction. You're a fucking science teacher, John. For every action, there's a negativity in the Dabbleverse.
Oh, that's Newton's seventh law.
The opposite of positive is negative. So incorrect again, hamburger.
Yeah, gotcha again.
So if he's gonna start with me and threaten me, then I'm gonna then come back. You see how that works? Newton's third law of motion.
Try again.
Look it up, but I know I have to, like it's not exactly, all the right words, but it means if you come at, you hit this thing has an equal
Science teacher.
reaction.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
Yada, yada, yada. I know what I meant.
Right. It's unbelievable.
Remove the strike on Bedabbler, douchebag.
Yes, remove the strike, douchebag. You're not going to win anyway.
I like how it's just R.
I know what the R stands for. All right. So fast forward a little bit into this episode. John's talking about how the reason why he's very fired up in this episode. He's talking about the reason why, you might have heard this before, why everyone's jealous of him is because he's a celebrity. He's a big deal celebrity. And so my buddy Penis Wrinkle mentions to him that, well, just because you were a celebrity doesn't mean you are a celebrity. These things come and go. And you're no longer a celebrity. And the fact that you think you are is laughable. So John has a response for that as he explains that this happens to other people too, where they stop becoming celebrities.
Have you seen Meg Ryan lately in anything? She was the fucking America's princess. When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail. You name it. She's in it.
So, and the others.
So I just want to point out, John, you were never a hot chick. The reason why Meg Ryan is no longer a celebrity is because she's not 24.
Yeah.
Okay? You were supposedly a comic, and comics can be comics for their entire careers. There's lots of older people who still have a career in comedy. So the Meg Ryan example is a terrible example, and it proves how dumb you are.
John's more of a Danny Masterson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
And he's also saying that, celebrities will go away. So he's proving their point.
Correct. But he's saying there's ebbs and flows.
Sure.
You know, he's in a valley right now. A peak is coming, obviously. He's literally in a valley.
Back when I was a hot chick. Oh, but I've said too much.
That's not too much.
Did you get the part where he proves that he's a celebrity?
Well, before I get to that,
okay, good.
You guys might have hurt his stomach at the beginning of that.
Oh, that was him?
I enhanced it.
I thought that was Cardiff.
I enhanced it here because remember that John is chugging beer and prescription drugs. That's what he's doing during the show, so you can hear it.
Blood pressure medication.
Have you seen Meg Ryan lately in anything?
He even makes his facial expression even goes along with his stomach hair.
Have you seen Meg Ryan lately in anything?
Dude, when I was watching this last night, I went, holy shit, was that him? I had to look around my house. I'm like, what made that noise? That was John? Holy shit. So what was the rest of the justification, Cardiff?
Oh, you don't have it?
I don't.
Oh, where he said, I was even on a show. Celebrity, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. That proves I'm a celebrity.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No one's arguing with that part of it. You were on the Tonight Show. We know that.
Was he on The Biggest Loser?
And speaking of enhancing audio, even though that's my bit, thanks for stealing that hamburger.
Sure.
That's a slim fast bottle.
Yes. When John chucks the bottle across the room.
Just into the wall of his. Oh.
They pointed this out on Uncle Rico. That is an echoey room in there. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. A lot of walls and ceilings to bounce off.
I will be enhancing some audio this Sunday on Potato Soup, where I believe Stuttering John Melendez is wearing dentures.
Ooh. Wow.
Breaking
all right.
news.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Breaking news.
I'm on pins and needles. I can't wait. Potato Soup now.
Oh, I mean, it's probably true. It's just, don't get too worked up about it.
So I just want to point out, John thinks when he makes these faces that he's getting over on us for some reason. He's being entertaining or smug or something. It's not a good look.
Get you close to your screen, please. I won't.
We can see the dentures.
Yeah, that's actually the clip.
This is the
if you
clip.
listen closely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a lot of weird noises.
Ugh.
Fuck.
This is disturbing.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I have to play that is because I have to make a thumbnail later, and I just scrubbed in this part.
You've got thumbnails to last quite a while
Yes,
there.
yeah, that'll be a thumbnail for a while for us. What a fucking loser this guy is. It's really unbelievable.
Even that last face, he's just like, dirt.
Yeah. He makes the sounds and the faces of a mentally handicapped person. And I don't say that lightly.
Folks,
I like to park in handicap. Never mind.
So, after all of this, he starts talking about movies. And this is a guy who is an NYU film student. NYU film student. And this is his hot take on Citizen Kane.
Look, I know Citizen Kane is supposed to be the pièce de résistance or whatever, but
What?
I was Citizen Kane. I don't know. Not a fan. You know, I sat through the whole fucking thing. I was like, all right, come on, man. Come on. This is overrated. It's overrated. Citizen Kane is fucking overrated. Overrated.
Well, it's a pretty hot take. Huh?
Hot take. He even missed a glaring opportunity to tag one of his own jokes.
What's that?
Because every time I hear Rosebud, I think about my hemorrhoids.
Oh, see? He's got to get the potato writing for him over there.
He had me writing for him, the fucking idiot.
He fucked it up.
John at the hotel, Citizen Stain.
Oh, I just think that's
Hecka.
just the worst take possible. A guy who went to film school, claims to know so much about movies, was doing the whole Hollywood show for a while. He's like, Citizen Kane, not great. What?
Yeah, based on what? Can you follow that up with anything?
He was bored. He didn't get it.
Sure he was.
Yeah. He doesn't understand it. That's what it comes
based
down to.
on
He's an idiot.
40 years of technological advancements. That's what it's based on.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Yeah.
There were no laser beams.
Yeah, well, it was an assignment in school, so he didn't like it.
Doctor Strange wasn't even in it. Okay.
Did you see the part though where he said, "You cannot go to school to learn to be Steven Spielberg"?
Yes, I did see that part.
Why did he go to NYU?
He goes, yeah, you're born with these abilities. You can't teach someone how to be Steven Spielberg. And he went to NYU.
Yeah. I know because I tried. That's what he said.
Right.
Yeah.
I took Spielberg 101 and I'm still a Spielberg 0. So it did not work.
You proved it, John. You cannot go to school to learn how to do that stuff.
I love when John blanks on whatever word he's trying to use because he's really dumb. He doesn't know how to substitute in another word or change the sentence structure or something to make it seem like he's not adult.
And then we would walk, sometimes run, because sometimes things were.
Oh, this is ridiculous, too. This is at the tail end of him explaining what his daily routine was at the Tonight Show. Talking about, it's one of these people who rarely has had a real job in their lives. And then when they do, they're like, and I had to get up at 8, and then I had to be there at 10, and then we had a meeting. And then after the meeting, we would go to lunch, but then we had to be back by 12:45 because then Jay would come in, and then we would pitch. It's like, whatever, you had a job. We all have fucking jobs, John. It's not that impressive.
He's that girl from TikTok you had a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And then we had to do stuff at home. They gave us homework. You would think he was the head writer with all the work he was talking about.
And then we would walk, sometimes run, because sometimes things were, can't remember the word, but they were, when they take a while to go through the process so we could have them on our, have them
Retarded?
on our blanket now, but on our screen. So we could just click on them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I know what happened there, Carl.
What happened there?
So maybe it was a faulty Google Chrome.
Yes. I'm glad you grabbed that drop. That is one of the dumbest things he's ever said out of a lot of dumb things. A faulty Google Chrome.
I got the Photoshop.
It's unbelievable. All right. Before we talk about revenge porn, this is just a hilarious clip. John gets a phone call from a friend. The reason why he gets the call is because John had called him 5 days previous, and this guy's finally calling him back. And he's so proud of it. He wants to rub it in my face that a friend called him on the phone. This is I don't know that I need to have any commentary on this. This might be the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life.
This is really non-transformative.
Hey, Bruce, I called you.
I know. I just fucking saw it. You called me like 5 days ago.
Yeah, I'm coming out there in December. I want to hang with you. By the way, I'm doing my show so everyone can hear you. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all, brother.
Do you notice the way he talks on the phone? He has to yell. Yeah. He thinks that the person's in the other room.
Yeah.
Like, no, the microphone is right there in your phone. That's the thing you're talking into. You don't have to yell.
He wants us to know that much harder that he has a friend.
Oh, no, he's very excited about this.
Hey, this is my drummer, everybody. Bruce, how many years have we been friends now?
I would say about
Well, John, no one's ever asked me that before because that's pathetic. So I don't know.
43, 44 years.
43, 44, and you've been my drummer in almost every fucking band I ever had since high school, correct?
The new Rush album, 43, 44.
Correct?
That is correct, my friend.
And you played on both
Of all
my
your
albums,
friends,
correct?
what number am I?
That is correct.
Could you imagine having a conversation like this? Like, by the way, I'm on the air, and I'm pretty cool, right? And you think I'm pretty cool? Say it.
58 years old?
Yes.
And Bruce keeps saying, my friend. I'll bet that John texted him, hey, you're going to be on the air. Make sure you say that a lot.
Right.
And we're still friends. Our families are friends. I hang out at your house all the time with your lovely wife, Lynn. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
Well, good. Bruce, I'll be out there soon. So let's all get together. You got it, bro?
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Tonight is my last night of work. I'm fucking retired as of Monday morning.
Good. Let's smoke some weed.
Wow, look at those big, intimidating arms. Oh, no. Hope I don't run into this guy in Cape Coral.
Yeah.
Too late. Already did that.
Imagine being this guy's neighbor. Just on the other side of the wall. All right, let's smoke some weed. Like, jeez, I thought I moved him to the retirement home. What is with these people?
All right, I'll call you later, pal.
All right, Johnny, be good.
All right, I love you, buddy. You see, that's what happened. Oh, lady came up. John doesn't have any friends. That's my friend since fucking high school, you dumb fuck. Actually, since junior high.
Ew.
Oh, the snot wiping.
And he's a fucking New York's bravest. The fireman.
So what does that
And
do
he's
to
had his
you?
last day. Now he can smoke weed. Skull.
He got you, Carl.
Drug testing.
That's
Now we
why
take
I
everything
love
back.
when you get these fucking Lady K. Oh, John doesn't have any friends. John doesn't have any friends. And then right there, boom. One of my best friends calls. We've known each other for 40-something fucking years. See, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. Make no mistake. This is the group I'm talking about. We're all buddies.
Okay.
I don't know how long this goes on for. I can't take anymore. I'm so embarrassed for him.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You have friends.
It's pretty cool, man.
That's cool. You seem like a cool group.
He goes, I've known this guy since junior high. Yeah, like when all of us have tons of friends because we go to school together
Yeah, I
every
know.
day.
We're forced to be there
Yeah,
together.
everyone has a ton of friends from high school and junior high. It's
He
not
also
impressive.
didn't even know that his really good friend was retiring. Like,
Yeah.
you would think that would be a conversation that they would have.
They don't keep in
before. Yeah, they
communication.
haven't talked forever.
Basically, what's going on here is his friend probably lives in Florida, and John's going to Florida coming up soon. So he called him to give him a heads up. Hey, I want to come over and eat food that your wife makes for us.
Yeah.
Because this is what John does. He invites himself to other people's houses because he does not cook or clean. And I got to get into this real quick before we talk about anything else, because I was checking out, might have been Potato Soup. I think it was actually.
Cease and desist.
I was watching it. I'm allowed to watch
I'm going to
it.
strike you, Carl.
You guys, you had a brilliant observation. John was talking about this vacuum cleaner he bought at Target. And he says he used it one time and it worked fine. And then it didn't work anymore after that. So he had to go return it. Then A little later on in the show, he lets it slip that he'd had the vacuum cleaner for months before he returned it. And then they were able to exchange it for another vacuum cleaner, and he explains that that's still out in the car and he hasn't brought it in yet. He lives with 2 cats and hasn't vacuumed his house in months. And so when you watch him being all snotty and he's constantly dripping from his face and all this shit gushing out of him, it's probably black mold and dander and
toxic plasmosis.
All sorts of shit. He will not clean his place. It's got to be so disgusting in that place.
But you're forgetting the most important part of the story.
Yes, please.
The manager was a black guy with vitiligo, because that was obviously the most important part of the story, because he had to. And he had a cool name.
Why you pointed that out? Some people just can't tell an interesting story. Some people just have to be boring. I don't get it. I'll never.
He had a cool name, Carl.
I'll never.
I wish I could say it. It was cool. You're so retarded.
You're so stupid. So I thought that was a brilliant observation because we were all trying to figure out what's going on with his face and why it's leaking all the time. And I think he might just be in a really dirty, gross environment where he's ingesting a lot of things that you probably don't want in your body. It's probably cutting down years off his life based on what the filth that he's living in. Makes sense to me. Okay. So John was on with Vince, and they were talking about the fact that they've been exchanging. It's confusing to me. I forget who's giving who what. It's been said both ways. The nudes of my wife are being exchanged between these gentlemen. And John makes a threat here that I think is illegal. Pretty sure.
Oh, I did get the naked pictures of Carl's wife you sent. Thank you. Those were good. I don't think you should release them, but I appreciate it.
Oh, I might.
I don't think you should.
No, I might, because I'm telling you.
I explained to you.
What?
All right. I explained to you that you shouldn't, but I mean.
Well, why? If he's going to fucking trash my kids, why shouldn't I release, the pictures of his wife naked? Why not?
Okay. So I posted that video and I said, I don't know. I think threatening revenge porn is probably against the terms of service on YouTube. It's kind of a shitty thing to say that you're going to do to somebody. I mean, doing it is definitely illegal. Threatening it is probably illegal.
Why not? Because it's illegal. That's why.
Probably not a great idea. And actually, even if he did have, whether they're real or not, if he thinks they're real, nude photos of my wife and then sends them to somebody else, that might be illegal. So all of this is ridiculous. And I made it very clear that it's not cool. It's not a cool move. This is an asshole who says, why are we bringing family into this? And then brings my family in a way that is very off-putting. Very fucking weird. And now he's claiming that it was a joke, that it was satire. He's claiming that this was satire. But before he saw that what he did was illegal, because I posted that on Twitter, before he saw that, the next day he gets on and talks about these nude photos of my wife that he's enjoying.
Shirley's wife's crystals. The truth about Carl's wife's news. Did you beat off? Ooh, that's one for the ages, isn't it? Thank you, Vince.
So now we're saying Vince sent him the photo.
See these guys.
Such a creep.
They were doing damage control on Vince's show today.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, let's watch the rest of this and tell me about that.
Ugh.
Damn it.
Mouth noises.
Slamming beer cans and slapping lips.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about him.
Him?
What a great show.
Look at, he's still gloating.
Jan, why are you beating up to my wife?
This is monologue from his acting auditions.
Well, this is the guy who gets
Was that his wife's new husband that said that?
This is a guy who gets so upset about bringing family into things and put a copyright strike on Tookie's channel for just playing video of his kids, not even making fun of his kids, but just playing the video of it. And now he's talking about my wife and beating off to my wife and possibly posting these photos. So it feels to me like if you can do that and then say it's satire and that you were joking, I should be able to talk about his adult Transformer children, right? I feel like we should have a whole Autobot episode on here because I'm really into the Transformers. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I could talk about Optimus Prime all fucking day. I love the Autobots. John created one. I don't know if he funded it. Probably not because he's poor. But I can't wait to talk about the Autobots.
He gave the maximum he could on GoFundMe, if you remember.
Yes. So what was the damage control they were doing today, Carl?
Vince set it up, and I don't think he got it right away because it took him a couple minutes to figure out what Vince was trying to do. He was like, John, I really love working with professional comedians like you, that when I set you up with that joke about the nude pictures, you went right to it. And you, of course, as a professional comedian, to make the joke work, you said, yes, thank you. If I wasn't working with a professional, you would have said, what pictures? But you, as a professional comedian, the joke we had going, you were great.
So, in other words, precisely what Clay Dabbler was doing today on Twitter, trying to say, like, obviously it was a joke and they were doing improv, and that was a whole improv bit they were doing.
Yes,
but you're telling me that even as Vince was setting him up for this, he still wasn't getting it?
Yeah, it took him a second.
Of course. It always takes him a second.
Who are these podcasts? W-A-T